Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel Talks with Dee. My name is Mrs. Dota Otu. I'm so glad to have you with me again yet another episode. Thank you for being here. Thank you. God bless you. I want to say special thank you to the new subscribers. Every day you are just coming on board. I'm so grateful, and I'm just too happy to have you with us on this channel. Thank you. God bless you. And the old subscribers, always consistent, always, being there. I'm grateful. Thank you. God bless you all. And I truly hope that this channel is really making an impact, in our lives and changing our perspectives on so many issues concerning our relationships and, making us to look inwards and, being the very best version of ourselves in our relationships and making our lives, more, comfortable, more sweet, more engaging, more inspiring. I really do hope so that we are doing well and we are getting better. The truth be told, as long as we're alive, we are all work in progress. We are growing every day, and every day we are unlearning the things that we have learned before that we thought, worked. But now, with maturity and exposure, you discover that a lot of things that you were doing before were not actually the right things to do. So you're unlearning those things and learning new things, making your lives more meaningful and more impactful. So thank you so much for being on this ride with me. As in, you are always here. My goodness, you guys, I thank God for you. Thank you so much. Thank you. So yes, today we just want to rub minds again on a topic that I titled "Maintaining Attractiveness in Our Relationships." In the first place, when you come into a relationship, something actually drew you into that relationship. You didn't just see yourself in the relationship. Something really triggered your interest. I mean, you can't just become friends with someone except that, something about the person, like you like something about the person, like triggered interest in you, So relationships are formed first and foremost when we get attracted to ourselves. We want to know ourselves more. We want to, be closer. And then something actually made you to want to be closer to someone. So that's what we are talking about today. What is that thing that attracted you to your spouse? What is that thing that attracted you to that relationship that you find yourself? What is that thing? And how can we maintain that attraction? How can we keep that attraction going? Let it not just be a transient kind of attraction that just passes away. You're attracted, and before you know, the attraction vanishes. No, that's not what we want. That attraction have to be maintained, have to be nurtured, have to be serviced, so that you are always attracted to your spouse. Like I've always said, the journey is long. You can't afford to be on a long journey with someone that you lose interest in. So that's what we are trying to address on this episode. So thank you for being there once again. So by way of definition, we just want to understand what attraction really means. Attraction actually means the action or power of evoking interest or liking in someone or something. Something triggered your interest, something evoked your interest in something. You just find yourself that you are having a kind of liking to something or someone. It could actually be said to be an appeal, an attractiveness, something that drew you into wanting that thing, so that's what it is. So something evoked your interest in something or someone. So that's what, attraction is. And I want to believe that except that you are attracted to something, you will not be drawn into that thing. It's not everyone that attracts you. It's not everything that attracts you. So if you are attracted to someone, it means that there is something about that person that you fancy, that you like, that you love. So on this episode, we just want to be very careful not to lose that attraction. It's important that you don't lose that attraction. If you're a man, it's important that you don't lose that attraction in the eyes of your wife or whoever you are in relationship with. And if you're a woman, that you don't lose that attraction in the eyes of your husband. You have to maintain it. Because I believe that except that your attraction is maintained, it will be like a fraud. It's like you are fake. So what it means is that whatever it is that made that person to want to come into a relationship with you should be original. It should be maintained. Your originality must be maintained. Your genuineness must be maintained. Whatever it is that attracted you to that person must not be fluid. It should not be something that you made up. You know, that inner man, that inner beauty of yours that reflected on your countenance, that reflected on your character, that reflected on your personality should be maintained, should be nurtured. I have often seen people that don't look so attractive physically, as it were, like beauty-wise, but your attractiveness is in your conduct, it's in your character, it's in your personality, it's in the things that they do, the things they say. You know, you are just attracted to that person. The person's way of life, way of behavior, way of comportment just keeps you interested in that person. So that thing that made your spouse or whoever is in relationship with you to come into that relationship with you in the first place must not be fake. You mustn't be fake. Be original. People like people for different reasons. If you are calm, somebody can like you that you are calm. If you are not, somebody can like you that you are not calm, but you are sweet. You know, I often see beyond, the surface in people. As in, I don't just look at somebody and say, this person is a write-off. No, I don't. I really don't do that, because there's always something beautiful about that person. And if the person does not suit you, that person will suit somebody else. So that attraction is what we are talking about on this episode, and that we should try to maintain that attraction, because it's like the spice that keeps that relationship going. It's like the scent, the fragrance that, envelops the relationship. It's the attractiveness, such that you are not tired of yourselves. You are not bored with yourselves. You don't all of a sudden become a burden to your spouse because that thing that really drew them into you is lost. No, we shouldn't lose that magic. That magic that drew you into that relationship should not be lost. It should be maintained. So what I'm saying is that whatever it is that you did that got you attracted to your spouse should not be downplayed. If it is your neatness, please maintain it. If it's your cheerfulness, maintain it. If it's your mannerism, maintain it. If it's your compassion, maintain it. Whatever it is that you are, that you knew that drew your spouse to you, should please be maintained. Please, if it's your calmness, please maintain it. Don't throw it away and get used to yourselves, and then you are now like not careful to maintain those things that actually brought you together in the first place. People often say love is not enough, and I agree. Because you love on someone doesn't mean that you will take all manner from that person. The person's character must be strong enough to keep you. The person's personality must be strong enough to keep you. The attraction is beyond the physical features of anybody. People grow old. Yes, people grow old. And so you cannot say, because she's fair, she's slim, she's tall, he's tall. No, that's not enough to keep you attracted. It's the person's personality, the person's character that actually keeps you going in, that relationship. So having said that, we want to examine some of these things that we do that cause our attraction to fade away. Because when we started, it was lovey, I love you, I care, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we agree. It was beautiful. It was sweet. But what are those things that we started doing that made that attraction to gradually fade off? What are those things? Number one is the issue of harshness. Someone that you are attracted to, you cannot all of a sudden become harsh to the person. Because if you are harsh, what it means is that you make the environment to be tense. Harshness can cause our attraction for one another to fade off. In the first place, a man that is harsh to his wife in the morning cannot expect that the woman will be in a romantic mood for him in the evening. The mood has to be created from the morning. You can't be harsh to your spouse and expect your spouse to jump at you when you say, I want you. No. So harshness too can affect our attractiveness. Over time, it can make our attractiveness to fade off. Anger. You are so angry. You cannot be spoken to. Every issue is a problem. We cannot see, no, we cannot even hear ourselves. We are always angry at ourselves. Of course, when you're always angry, the tension will just take away every attractiveness now. I hear men say that what they are looking for is peace. It's not just beauty on the face. It's not makeup. It's not a bone straight hair. The peace that we give ourselves in our relationships is capable of keeping us attracted to one another for life. So anger issue, harshness, and then stress, unnecessary stress. Some of us bring stress from the office home. Try to keep everything that has to do with the office in the office. We don't need stress at home. You can discuss what you are going through with your spouse for your spouse to understand your mental state per time. But don't bring that stress and that pressure from the work to the house and then make the house so uncomfortable. We don't need that. And unresolved conflicts. Quickly forgive. Quickly talk over stuff and let it go. When you hold on to that unresolved conflicts and crises, over time, it will make you to be tired of one another. You will not see the beauty in one another. A man that is not happy will not notice the hairstyle of his wife. A woman that is not happy with her husband will not see how well dressed he looks and, no compliments because she's not happy, he's not happy. So deal with those crises and just take them away. Take them away. Take them away. All right? So there are a lot that we can do to make our attractiveness remain. And there are a lot that we do that bring about a lot of pressure on our relationships that we no longer enjoy ourselves. We no longer see ourselves as being beautiful or being handsome or being attractive because we are dealing with a lot of pressure, that the relationship brings, And then secrecy. Secrecy, when you are not open, when everything about you is clouded, everything about you is covered, you are not open to yourselves. You should be open to yourselves so that you will understand yourselves more, trust yourself more. That could actually bring about attractiveness. So you are open to one another and then you understand one another more. You'll be attracted to one another. So these are some of the points that I can raise on this episode concerning the things that we do that, make our attraction for one another fade off over time. We should not be allowed. Just give peace a chance. Let's be conscious of the environment that you create. Let there be peace. Let there be love. Let there be unity. Let there be compassion. Let there be understanding. You understand? And take personal responsibility of yourselves. Take care of yourselves so that whenever you see your spouse, you are happy. Smell good. Smell good. Look good. Take care of your physical appearance and also your emotional state so that you are not being, too stressful on one another. So that's it. So what can we do to help rebuild, regain, reclaim this attraction that we have for one another? Number one is we should be kind to one another. Anybody that you are kind to will never be tired of you. Be kind to your spouse. Be kind. Be kind to your spouse. Show compassion. Be open to listen to yourselves. Be willing to help. And your sexual life, be adventurous. Be vulnerable to one another. Touch yourselves more. Kiss yourselves more. Learn how to pass sweet compliments to one another. Don't be too rigid. Don't be too rigid. Anything that, flames the fire of your passion for one another, please don't downplay on it. Peck yourselves. Touch more. Hold your hands. Just be involved with one another. Make time for yourselves. Make quality time for yourselves. Carve out time for yourselves. And please leave your phone alone. Leave your phone alone so that you will have time for your spouse. And then initiate, what happens in the other room. Don't be shy. Just do some new things, and just excite yourselves. Find out what really excites you and just do it, And just be understanding. Be more understanding, Be more accessible and be more easy. These are the things that could actually make your attraction not to wear off, fade off, so that you're always like excited with one another. Be jovial, laugh a lot, play a lot, Listen to me, this life is not in anyone's hands. So please utilize your own properly. And I know that God will help us. So please, do not lose your attraction for one another. Be real, be original, be unique, be one in a million, be dependable, be trustworthy, be someone that someone can rely on, be reliable. All these things keeps you attracted to your spouse, to anyone in relationship with, when they know that you are someone they can count on, someone that will always be there. They will be interested in you. Listen, good does not fade. Goodness does not fade. Goodness is timeless. Anyone that is good, that is careful of how he or she handles his or her relationship, will always be attracted to that person in relationship with the person. You cannot have enough of goodness. So if you are genuinely good, genuinely kind, genuinely friendly, genuinely loving, be understanding, show care, compassion, you will not lose your attraction to your spouse. So that's what I have for us on this episode, that we can maintain our attractiveness in our relationship, such that we are not bored of ourselves, such that we are always glad to have one another. When you see your spouse, you are happy. And they say, how long have you been married? I say, you're 30, you're 30 something. And you're disattracted to yourself still. Yes, because it's not short, you see. You can nurture your attractiveness for one another. And over the years, it becomes like a good vintage wine. You know, the older, the better, the older, the sweeter. That's what I'm talking about. So that your relationship with one another, and then your attractiveness to one another does not wear out. So God bless us, God honor us on this episode. Thanks for being with me. And I know and I believe that you have heard one or two, and that you will take yourselves more seriously and never to lose your attraction for one another in your relationship. So please like this video, share this video, subscribe to this channel, and I know that sometime we'll meet physically and talk more. Yeah, won't we? Yes, we will. And then God will, in His infinite mercies, make our lives more colorful and more beautiful. Thank you so much. So stay tuned to yet another episode. See you soon. This is me, Dee, saying bye, bye, bye. Thanks for being here. Bye.